Hey guys, Corrosive here with a Radio Quickie. Today I'm going to teach you how to use DSD Fastlane Release to listen into a trunked Phase 1 P25 radio system using nothing more than two RTL SDR dongles. So don't go anywhere, you're watching signals everywhere. Alright guys, so before we can go in and actually listen to our P25 system, we need to make sure that DSDPlus Fastlane is properly installed. The way that we do this is by grabbing a copy of DSDPlus Public Release. Links to everything can be found in the description below. We also need to grab our DSDPlus DLL files. We're going to go ahead and copy all of these into the main folder here. And if you happen to have any conflicts, go ahead and just copy and replace. Now that we've done this, we need to grab our Fastlane folder, and this is the folder you would have been provided in your email when you purchased Fastlane. The developer sells it for $10 for one copy or $25 for unlimited lifetime releases, and let me tell you, it is well worth the small amount of money you would spend. Software is amazing, and we're going to do a lot of videos with it in the near future. Go ahead and drag a copy of all these files over to the DSD public release, and if you have any conflicts, go ahead and just copy and replace. Now that DSDPlus Fastlane is installed properly, we can begin setting up our configuration to listen to our P25 system and get you guys up and running as quickly as possible. In order to listen to our P25 system, we need to gain access to the control channel frequency. We can do this on radioreference.com. I happen to live in Ashtabula County, and Lake County is a nearby system I'll be listening to on the Ohio Marks radio system. So from here, I'm just going to do a Control F, and we're going to search for Lake County. We can find the Lake County sites right here, along with our control channel, which is highlighted in red with a C at the end, and our control channel is going to be 855.8625. So we need to remember our control channel frequency, because we're going to come back down to our DSDPlus Fastlane release, and I'm going to right-click on FMP24-CC, and this is the configuration for our control channel. I'm going to type Edit, and here we have our -F. This is the frequency for our control channel. And in here I'll put 855.8625, the control channel I'll be listening to. We're going to close the application and save it upon exit. And now that we've done this, make sure that you have two RTL SDRs plugged into your computer with drivers ready to go. If you need help with driver installation, there'll be a link to a video or a card somewhere on the page on how to do that. We're going to go ahead and run fmp24cc.bat. And it might ask you to run the application. It might just open up. If you see a window with run or cancel, just go ahead and press run. I'm going to move this into the corner here and minimize my command window. And we now have a window that is using one of our SDRs to monitor the control channel. Now that we have an SDR listening to the control channel, we can now start cc.bat, which will run the DSD decoder itself and decode content coming off of the control channel. We're going to go ahead and press run if you see that option. I'm going to minimize my command window as I did before. And what we're going to see here as I rearrange some of my windows is that we're getting decoded data coming off of our control channel. So we can see calls that are coming in, patches, and other activity that is happening on this particular system. So I'm going to move our activity window down here just so we can see everything nice and neat on screen. From here, you'll notice we cannot actually hear anyone. And the reason for this is we need to listen into the voice channels. And the control channel is going to tell us where the voice channels exist. In order to do this, we're going to run fmp24-vc.bat. And we're going to let that start up. That's going to connect to our second software-defined radio. I'm going to go ahead and minimize the command window here as well. And we're going to move this window over to the upper right. And so what you'll see is this window is going to go active and inactive, and it will only be active when it is currently listening to a voice channel. Now you'll notice we're on a voice channel and we still can't hear anything, and the reason for that is because we need to start the DSD decoder for the voice channel itself. We can do that very easily by running the vc.bat file and pressing run. And now that we've done this, we will now be able to decode the live audio voice coming off of our voice channel. So let me go ahead and rearrange this a bit. We'll minimize our command window, bring this over here. And so now, once somebody begins to speak, we'll be able to track activity on the system as well as any live voice that's coming over it at the same time. Now, what you might notice here is we're getting site IDs, we're getting frequencies for nearby sites, we're getting some of the identifiers for various radios on the system, but we really have no idea who is talking to who or what department or what any of this information means. Now, you can put all this information in there by hand, and I'll show you how we can do that in another video. But if you happen to be a subscriber of Radio Reference, we can grab this information right now and import it into DSD very easily and quickly. So here we are back on the Radio Reference website, and I'm going to head over to Downloads and Reports. I happen to be a premium member because I am a feed provider, and it's very inexpensive to become a premium member of Radio Reference. But doing so is going to give you access to the downloads here, and you can get DSD formatted site data and DSD formatted talk group data. So if we download these files, we simply place them into our DSD Fastlane folder, and more often than not, it's going to automatically load this data for us, and generally, we don't have to restart the software. Now, we're going to see once I minimize the screen here, sometimes it doesn't grab that data right away, and you might need to restart it in order to properly load this data up. So let's go ahead and minimize and see if we have begun loading this information into the system. And so if you look over in this window, we can see that it does notice Lake County here is active, but it hasn't really finished reading all of our files. So it doesn't really have any idea who's talking to who just yet. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and skip ahead in the video, and I'm just going to restart the software so that it loads all of this information up. And there you guys have it. Now that the software has been restarted, it is automatically pulling in all of the talk group and site information that we downloaded from Radio Reference. So we can see what site we're currently listening to. We can easily identify what sites are nearby that one, as well as what departments are talking to whom and information of that nature. So we now have a P25 system scanner that cost about $30 in hardware, rather than having to spend upwards of $400, $500, or $600 to do the same thing. So with that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment in the description if you'd like to see more information about DSD, Fastlane, or public release in the future. And of course, if you know anyone else who is interested in doing something like this, please be sure to share this video with them and let me know what you guys think. So without further ado, I want to thank you all for watching this video. A special shout out to all of my patrons who support my content each and every day with their contributions, and I wish you all a great afternoon. I will see you in the next one.